to another segment of Impact. I'm your entertainment host, John Russell Cring, not Hunter S. Thompson, though the hat may fool you. I am going to get geeked up today. We are going to get our geek on. We are going to geek out. We are going to geek you uppers. Well, there'll be some geekdom. There'll be some serious. I love the way that geek can now be used as a verb, as a noun, as an adverb, as an adjective, all thanks to people like Jeff Burns here with the series Super Knocked Up. We've been trying to get you on the show forever. You've been ducking our calls. You've changed your name. We finally put you in the back of a van and brought you here. Thank you so much for being on the show.
It was a little scary, but that's okay.
Hey, you're so popular though. You're so popular. 2.1 million hits. My God.
Yeah, thank you. It's really incredible that many views for our series. It's unbelievable, to be honest with you. I'm pretty thrilled.
So for all you incredibly out of touch, ridiculous, stupid people out there who have not seen Super Knocked Up, what is Super Knocked Up web series?
Sure, it's an action comedy about
We already knew that. That's right. Go ahead.
All right. So it's about a female supervillain gets knocked up by a superhero, and she has to raise the baby with her nemesis.
Be straight with me. Were you inspired by the film Knocked Up, or did Super Knocked Up exist before Knocked Up?
It did not exist before Knocked Up, though. I was not inspired by the film. I've actually never seen Knocked Up, believe it or not.
Okay.
It actually just came from a screenplay.
There are these things called movies. You might want to watch them occasionally, Jeff.
Oh, see, I just watch a web series.
Okay.
I'll check that out, though. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, it's
you go to a theater.
People say it's funny.
You watch it with different people, right?
Yeah, well,
Audience?
not usually. You pirate them on your computer.
Oh no, don't do that.
Okay, so how did you get involved in the idea? First of all, when I came here to town, which was about a little over 3 years ago, I was hearing about Knocked Up way before Knocked Up was even shot, before anything. You just did an incredible job of laying the groundwork for this idea. So this must have been, referring to, the idea of impregnation or that type of thing. This must have been swimming around in your little creative brain for a very, very long time. I'm talking about sperm.
Yeah, of course. Right.
Okay, just thought we got that.
Obviously.
Yeah, okay.
The idea for Super Knocked Up actually came from a screenwriting course I took called screenwritingu.com, and that's where it came from, doing that course, which was probably about a little over 3 years ago now, to be honest with you. So it was probably just a little before you came into town. I got the idea, to be honest with you.
So why is it that you did such a job of putting the word out about Super Knocked Up? I mean, it was on websites, you were going to Comic-Cons and things like that before you even had a show.
Yeah, I really have been heavily promoting it, and to be honest with you, I spend more time on the marketing and promotion side than I even do making it, because I think it's that important, particularly with all the stuff that's on the internet, all the web series that are out there. You got to try to get the word out and stand out in a way, So you're right. Before we even have an episode out, I was going to Comic-Cons and contacting people and just letting them know about it on Facebook and Twitter and just saying, hey, here's what my show's about. It's coming soon. Please like us or follow us on Twitter and watch it when it comes out. But you're right. I was trying really hard to lay that groundwork, build a fan base before we even had anything out there.
What was really, really cool to me about what you were doing was that the whole, you basically, you had created a brand and an idea, and then it's like the fans themselves it seemed like they were starting to influence even what the show was going to become. I was seeing people, drawing pictures of Darkstar and things like that, who's one of the main characters, even before necessarily there was a Darkstar. So it's pretty incredible.
It was.
They really get involved, don't they?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, our fans are incredible, and that's one of the most gratifying things to see how many people have really they love the show, and then how dedicated they are, and they're there every week for us, and when our Super Geeked Up shows, and they're tweeting us. And you're right, some people are just doing fan drawings of the characters, which is awesome. I love seeing that.
Right.
That really makes all the tremendous work worthwhile when you see people get that much involved with your series and just love it, and they want you to keep doing it, and you're entertaining them. That's why we're doing it.
What is the advantage of the web series to you over doing something like a short film or a feature film or anything like that?
What I love about the web series is that I think it's totally, you have a lot of freedom to tell the story exactly the way you want it. Unlike TV, which has set time limit, you have to make commercial breaks and you have to get into an hour or half an hour, right? The web series, I can make every episode exactly however long it is, and every one of our episodes is a different length.
Right.
And every season could be a different number of episodes too, if you wanted it to be, right? And as a creator, that's so freeing to be like, I can just make it however I feel is best to tell this
Okay,
story.
I'm going to ask you a hard-hitting question here,
All right.
Jeff. Are you ready? Are you ready? We're going to go 60 minutes on this.
60 minutes?
Well, yeah, like 60 minutes. Remember 60 minutes?
I thought you meant the show is 60 minutes.
I
like,
was
wow.
referring to the show 60 Minutes. That's where they used to get hard and like Mike Wall. Anyway,
yes.
I'm showing my age here. All right. You have a new Dark Star.
Yes.
You went from you had 1 star of the film the first season. You have another star of the film the second season.
Yeah.
What happened and what has been the response to that?
Sure. Well, when I was recasting, I was hoping you would play Dark Star, but you turned me down. So
I can wear those tights, baby. I do. Ask Tracy, my wife.
She showed me pictures.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah. So Natalie Bain played Dark Star in season 1, who's our
Right.
main character, and she was phenomenal. She did a great job. And I'll be honest with you.
She became impossible, didn't she?
No, not at all.
Did cocaine habit? Was that it?
I think you're talking about yourself now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, and the tights.
Yes. No, you know what? It just came down to money. Everybody right now is still on a totally volunteer basis.
Right.
You know? And she wanted to be paid for season 2, and I totally understand that. I'm trying to get to a point where I want to pay everybody on the entire cast and crew. You know, that's what I hope to do.
Yeah, just because you have 2 million hits, that doesn't translate into.
People think that because of that you make a lot of money, but on the internet world, you're not at all.
Right.
You know? We bring in a little bit of money, but not enough that we're covering our costs yet. You know?
Right.
So, you know, I understand.
So how will that ever happen then? How can you ever possibly cover your costs with web series? Is web series a stepping stone to something bigger?
For me, no. I think, and a lot of us in the web series world, we think we're kind of on the cusp of it becoming something where you can actually make money. And, you know, and the more it is, I think, you know, more money will generate from the advertisers as more stuff
Right.
goes online. I think everything's going online. That's how that's how I
Right.
watch everything now anyway.
Okay.
And also, I really believe what I'm going to try to do for season 3 is more sponsors and product integration and product placement and that stuff. I think that right now is on the sponsorship level and the product integrations where money can come from for web series.
Right.
So it's possible. We're not there yet, and I think we can get there though. So you know, and you
Maybe a lubricant.
Yep.
Super knocked up.
Well,
Yeah,
condoms, I'm
yeah,
voting for
yeah,
condoms
yeah,
too.
exactly.
Trojan.
Yes, that's like as much sex as we can put in there as
absolutely.
possible. I think that. No. There is one thing on Super Knocked Up that I think everybody waits for, which is the moment when all of the characters' clothes get ripped off. That has happened several times on the show.
It's happened twice.
Well, maybe it's happened several times in
your
my
mind,
mind.
yeah, I
Yes,
believe
that could be it. But
Right. But you know.
I think it's going to become one of those like, and I'm hoping it'll happen with the super villain too, the gentleman from UI.
Dr. Destruction?
Yes, exactly.
You wanna see him
I
naked?
want to see all of his clothes just ripped off, and he's just standing there in all of his glory.
Well, thanks. You've just brought us a lot more views, I'm sure. by
Oh,
talking
I
about
know.
that.
Well, yes, and he'll be quitting the show now too.
Probably,
so
yes. Thanks a lot.
It'll be like a
more
revolving door.
damage can
It'll be
you
like Bewitched. You know, it's like every season you have new people on the show.
But I do want to say our new, Natalie and I it was total amicable. She knew where I was coming from, and I understood where her
Right.
coming. And Jordan Gibson came out in season 2, and she's just been phenomenal.
Yes.
And I think she's made the show better. She's been amazing, and the fan reaction couldn't have been better. I'm so pleased with how they've responded to her, and they really love her, and
That's
totally
great.
accepted her as the new Dark Star.
That's absolutely fabulous. I understand we have a little clip of season 2.
Yeah. Well, actually, we'll show like a 1-minute trailer. I
A
have for the
1-minute
season.
trailer.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Let's get our geek on. Geek it up.
I'm Jessica James, also known as supervillain Dark Star.
And I'm Michael Masters, everyone's favorite superhero, Captain Amazing.
supervillain and live with the...
Well, that was geek paradise right there.
Thanks.
That was like a geek sandwich. That was like a geek lava. That was fantastic.
Thanks.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
You may set the record for using
yeah, I
geek
know.
the most times.
You know. Honestly, I've already seen all of these episodes, so I'm playing it up a little bit. But I think you've got a really, really great show.
Thank you. Jordan, my lead actress Jordan and I, we're off next week to San Diego Comic-Con. We got invited to be on a panel there called Web Series Creators Assemble. So we're ridiculously excited. I've always wanted to go to this comic. I've been to a lot of other ones, but this is the biggest one.
Well, it's the one they do on like G4 and everything,
And all the stars and Hollywoods are there with their movies.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
Clips and Thor and Captain Amazing or Captain America. I said I wish Captain Amazing was there.
Yeah, so we could just get Captain Amazing and we'll be all set.
So yeah, we're so excited for that panel. There's so many awesome people on there and people that I love as a creator that I'm going to be on the panel with. So it's a great way to get the word out about Super Knocked Up. And then also Jordan and I are going to go around the rest of the time because we're going to be there the whole time, all 4 days, and shoot video and interviews with people and take pictures, all these pictures of costumes and stuff. To share with our fans.
for your Super Geeked Up show too. Right.
We'll put it on our YouTube channel, all that stuff. So people who couldn't be there, share it with them and our experiences there. And yeah, it's going to be a
And
blast.
did that happen as a result? You won a award, like the Academy Awards of Web Series Award.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we want. I wish. Hopefully they'll have a web series category at some point in the Academy Awards. We won. It's called the Geeky Awards. We won most original web series, which is just a couple weeks ago. So that was super exciting, and it didn't come from that. Actually, just it came from this connection I had that I met at a PhillyCon actually, and she invited Katrina Hill's her name. And she invited us to be on this panel. She's organizing it. And it was just, I was blown away when I got the email from her because it's kind of a dream come true, to be honest with you, to be there and be on the
Oh my
panel.
God, yes. That is a super geeked up honor. You should be super knocked in the head for not. I don't know. I'm done with this.
Yeah.
I'm done with all of this. Okay, so once again, where can people discover you and find you? And how many more episodes are there in the season?
We have 2 more episodes to go in season 2. We have 3 out, and we have 4 and 5 coming up. So they can watch all of our episodes, season 1 and 2, at superknockedup.com or on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SKU web series. And please, I hope people go and check it out and watch. That's the best way they can help us out and help us keep making series. And I think they'll enjoy it once they start getting into it. It's a lot of fun, and there's some really cool characters and relationships.
I also know that you are involved in a show called Everything Film Show, where you do on blog radio film reviews and things like that. What have you thought about the movies that have come out this summer?
So I've only seen 3 so far, which are Iron Man 3,
Right.
Man of Steel, and Star Trek Into Darkness.
Right.
I'll be honest with you. I think for me, the summer has been disappointing. I've been kind of disappointed in all of them, or at kind of in all of them.
Interesting.
I've liked parts of all of them.
Right.
But at the end of it, I kind of just okay,
I
that was okay.
really enjoyed Into Darkness. I thought that of those 3, that would be the best of those 3 films.
I liked, what, in the first half of that film, I really dug a lot. I was like, this is so cool. But my main issue with that is just that they recycled a former Star Trek movie and they did the same thing at the very end of it.
Right.
And for me, I was just like, I just wish they did something original. That's my problem with it now. Unfortunately, a lot of Hollywood stuff is not original.
Yeah, but isn't that sort of the the concept of sort of the reinvention of the timeline, and they established that in the last movie?
Yeah, but for me, I guess if they're going to do their own take on it and still honor the old Star Trek, I just rather have them do their own thing, do something totally new, and you can still honor it, which I think they do. Put nice little things and touches to the original.
Right.
I mean, I do think the casting is phenomenal in that movie. I think
it is. I agree.
The actors are great.
Yeah, and I thought that the character who played Khan did a
Benedict Cumberbatch. He's one of my favorite actors. He's great.
Yeah, he was fabulous. What it kind of reminded me of is the way that they were able to take a really great villain in the last Bond film, Skyfall, and how that made to me that's really what it's all about, is the quality of your villain. Which was where I felt like Man of Steel fell down a little bit. Michael Shannon, he just didn't zod it up for me.
Zod it up.
No, he just didn't get his zod on. I mean,
Yep.
you know, when you think of Terrence Stamp in the original and how fantastic, yeah, it's a little cheesy and it's, you know, there's some, you know, one-liners and stuff, but Terrence Stamp just has this like gravitas, man, you know?
Yeah, I love Superman too. It's so good.
Oh God, yes, it is. You know, Planet Houston. But I did feel like they got a good Superman.
Yeah, Henry Cavill, he's
Yeah,
good.
I did. I think that there were some really, really great things about it. I just think, once again, I think it fell off a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
You know, and it just became just kind of overkill and ridiculous. And the actual, and I thought the Lois was, and I don't even like the original Lois Lane. What's her name? Terry?
Margot Kidder?
Margot Kidder. Yeah, she always was super, super annoying to me, but I'd rather have this super, super annoying one than this one, you know. So I don't know.
You know what? I don't, because I like that actress, Amy, and I'm totally blanking
Amy
on her
Adams?
last name. Adams, thank
Right,
you a lot.
Amy Adams.
I just feel they didn't give her anything to work with. I don't feel that was a good Lois.
Isn't that the
Was it
problem?
written?
They don't give them anything to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, who is this person? You know, what exactly, you know, what is their character? What is their motivation? We don't get our Jimmy Olsen. We don't get our, you know, our Perry.
Jimmy Olsen.
No, we don't get any of the, you know, some of the things that, you know, really make it fun. Some people are saying that superhero films are the problem, though. They're saying that they fill up the summer, you know, and that there's not any opportunity for other. And here, you're part of this problem, Jeff. What's going on? What do you have to say about that?
So, well, hopefully, I think we're hopefully part of the solution because
Okay.
Super Knocked Up is very different than the superhero films you'll see in the summer.
Right.
We're very much about the characters and the relationship between Darkstar and Captain Amazing, this villain and hero, and really showing like who, you know, it's about them and the relationship.
It's
and
almost like a sitcom.
It is.
It is a
we throw in some
very,
superpower stuff
very,
to make
very
it
fun. Yeah, it's
right.
it's.
But we don't focus on the powers.
Right.
I wanted to focus on the relationship of characters because that's what people can empathize and relate with.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're very different in that respect. I actually don't think superhero films are the problem even in Hollywood though, because I'll be honest with you, most superhero films that have come out the past much years, I've actually liked.
Right.
And I think it's more about the approach and the director. Like take Christopher Nolan, who's my favorite director working right now.
Right.
The Dark Knight, phenomenal film.
Right.
And I even like that. I love The Dark Knight Returns because it was about Bruce Wayne, the man, and the character.
Right.
And that's why I love that. You take Man of Steel, which for me became two superpower beings from Krypton destroying a city and throwing each other around.
Right.
And for me, I'm like, well, okay, but how can I get into that?
It
How
kind of turned into Dragon Ball Z at the
Yeah.
end, didn't it? Yeah.
It's like I can't. I wanna relate to Clark Kent. I want to see him
Right.
as a man. I wanted more of that.
Right. We got the whole thing with him on the crab boat and all of that. That was great. That was awesome. He was in,
See
on
his
the
journey.
oil rig.
Yeah.
Yeah, that journey stuff was phenomenal. Right. And I thought Kevin Costner just owned every scene that he was in.
And Diane Lane, I love too as Martha.
Yeah,
Martha
absolutely.
Kent.
That is it's so crazy though when you watch Diane Lane now, and I think about her as Cherry Darling in like The Outsiders, like literally like 16 years old at that point, and now she's playing like a grandma. I am old. I know that, but I'm still a geek. I just want to say
You know, well, that's good. I'm appreciative. Me too.
Okay.
You know, if you take another film I love, X-Men First Class.
Oh God, that was good.
You know why that movie worked so much for me? It's because it was about Xavier and Magneto and their relationship, and their
Right.
friendship, and then deteriorating, and you know, and that's why that movie worked. It
Right.
wasn't about all the superhero stuff. It was about these two guys and their friendship.
Right, and even when it was, and even when other stuff happened, it was about sort of the relationship, you know, with Jennifer Lawrence, you know, sort of trying to figure out who she was, and even Kevin Bacon's relationship to Magneto was, you know, all extremely interesting stuff. You're right. That is a brilliant film. Plus, you have some super, super cool clothes and funky, you know, Austin Powers submarines and stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Right. No clothes blowing off like Super Night Up. But, you know.
Well, that's true. But we could have clothes turning into diamonds. So that's pretty
and
good.
you got Mystique all blue. And
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she never wears clothes.
Right.
So a lot to be said for that. All right. Listen, thank you so much for being on the show. Where can people find out about Super Knocked Up?
Yes, they can go watch it, superknockedup.com, or on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/SKU web series. Season 1 is out there, and we got 3 episodes of Season 2. We're still in the middle of Season 2 right now. But please, I hope people watch. That's the best way they can help us keep making it. And all web series creators, just watch our show.
How about a hint? Give me a hint. Give me a little piece. Give me a little something from episode 4. Something that's gonna happen. Give me a little.
episode 4.
Give me a little taste. Give me a little. Give me a little something. A little something. Come on.
We're going to see Dr. Destruction make his return and try to, Jessica's conflict with, is she going to keep going along with him and his villainous plan to take down Captain Amazing the Heroes, or now that she has the baby, and how could she be a mom with this baby and still be a villain?
That's not a taste. That's the whole meal. My God. See here, everybody.
I gave you, all right, so I gave you a lot.
Yeah, you did.
That's only a little bit, to be honest with you. There's a lot more in that episode.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Jeff, for allowing us to kidnap you. Finally, get you onto the show.
Get my way out of here.
No, I got chloroform. It's fine. That's right. We actually, you don't know where Proctor's is, do you?
No.
No, I had no idea. Yeah. Check out Super Knocked Up. It is a super great web series. You're going to have a great time with it. And look for Dr. Destruction Naked in the next episode. We'll see you later.
Proctor's, bringing the best in arts, education, and entertainment.